Problem, reaction, solution. Same tactic every time.
Mm-hmm.
September, what happened, right? 25 years ago, 24 years ago.
Is it 24 years ago?
I was underneath those buildings when they were hit, and I
Wow.
saw everything happen in real life, and I knew the world would never be the same again. And I still have questions to this day about what really happened there. I don't think anyone's buying it anymore. And here we are 24 years later. A lot of our civil liberties have been stripped. You could be charged with certain types of crimes and you have no habeas corpus. How is that America? How are you an American with rights? You get charged with a certain thing. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty under a court of law by a jury of my peers. I don't care what the crime is. That is how this nation was supposed to operate. Now, I know that those same rights never applied to African Americans in slavery. So it's a little hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's just crazy. Like, it's like everything we were ever taught. I was so proud to be American at one point, man. I swear to God, so proud of my country, man. Yeah, there was that horrible stain on its inception and slavery and what happened to the Native Americans that no one talks about, really. It's just a watered down BS we read in a textbook. With the exception of those two events, what it was supposed to stand for and how far it came. And I was like, yes, President Obama became a president. Like, we've beat this finally. It was all bullshit, bro. All of it was bullshit. Complete and utter a lie. It was all a lie. And then, believing the movies as a kid that the president's always the good guy and he'll sacrifice his life. Like, when you watch the movie Independence Day and or like, what was the other film? Was it 2012? I think it was, where the president was Danny Glover, I think. And he's like, no, he's telling his daughter, I'm going to stay here with the people and you get on the airplane and fly off. And they would be the first ones in the bunker, bro.
I was going to say, yeah.
First ones in the bunker, they wouldn't give a shit if all of us perish. So it's like looking in the mirror and realizing that I always thought we were the good guys. We've been the oppressors for the last 100 years at least. Minimum.
Well, I mean, in regards to being proud, I think you should still be proud. I mean, it's hard.
I'm proud of what it's supposed to stand for.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to always, I remember Vivek Ramaswamy talking about this. He said, because somebody was bringing up these exact points, and he was like, it's about the ideal. He's like, we're not at, we definitely weren't at the ideal back then.
Striving for it.
But we strive for the ideal. And year after year, election after election, you're hoping that you're getting closer to that ideal. And when you look around the world, there aren't many other places striving for this type of ideal that
there's
America
no one
is striving for. Like America falls. It's the last. I always say this. It's the last stand. It's the last place.
America.
Because the other most powerful places, what they have in mind for how a place should be run, if all of a sudden that spreads, we have a very dark world ahead of us.
The amount of freedom we have here, that's a fact. I agree with you, Coach. The amount of freedom we have here compared to all of history and how things have run throughout time under kings and being serfs and all this, even though I think we've become corporate serfs. We're living in a corporate feudalistic society where the corporation is the powerful lord, where 200 years ago, the landowner was the powerful lord and he gave his peasant serfs just enough to survive. We've actually evolved into that because of how capitalism has, grown, and we're supposed to break up monopolies, and that hasn't been happening. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Amazon's a monopoly. Uber's a monopoly on taxis. Like, where's the monopoly busters? They're supposed to break these corporations up after a certain point. They're not doing it. Yeah, so you have all of tech with politicians now all on the same team, having dinner at the White House, Billy Gates and Donald Trump, and I went viral for this. I said, no one's coming to save us. The only one coming to save us is Jesus Christ. And that's a Muslim saying it. That's what we have in common. And I think the greatest threat to them is the unity. We don't have to believe what each other believe. What do we have in common? We both believe he was chosen by God to deliver the message and to come back and save the world. We both share the exact same belief in that capacity. Where we differ is, what was his role? Was he actually God himself or just another prophet? Now I understand that's the difference between salvation and both faiths. I get that. Does that mean we should wipe each other out? If he's coming back, when he comes, he'll say, you were right, you were wrong. He's going to tell us. Now, I understand the difference between salvation, who God was, who he wasn't. I understand that. We all understand that risk. But right now, there's this hidden enemy that is manipulating the differences we have in faith to achieve the agenda they have right now, which is going to destroy all of us. We both believe in the nuclear family. We both believe you shouldn't be taking drugs and drinking alcohol. We both believe you shouldn't be gambling. We both believe you should not be using interest. Jesus Christ flipped the table when they were dealing with usury. The entire system is built on usury. forbidden by the Creator in your faith too. And that's
Yeah.
how they run this entire system. They want us to kill each other, fight each other, point the fingers at each other. If they can't do it by faith, they do it by race. If they can't do it by race, they do it by sexual preference. If they can't do it by sexual, they whatever they can do to keep the children of Adam at each other's throats while they push the demonic agenda, whether it's through technology or brainwash or all of the above together, and our time is running out. I keep saying to my Christian brothers and sisters, we don't have to agree, but we agree on the most important stuff. There's a God, there's a day of judgment. Don't take life unless you're defending yourself. Don't oppress, don't be oppressed. Stay away from adultery, sex within marriage, family within marriage. Like, we're on the same team against what's really coming for us.